Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to an administrative demo of Embeditor, the Salesforce app from Optify that puts page layouts in the hands of your power users. Today, we will focus on how you can review, make updates to, and ultimately approve a proposed page layout. We're currently logged in as Jane Doe, who has the Embeditor Approver permission set applied. Please note that she also has other system permissions applied which allow the application of the page layout as part of the approval process. Please review the documentation to understand which additional permissions are required. We'll start by going to the Embeditor History tab. We'll click All, and we'll see that a record has been submitted today by John Doe. Let's click on that record. We're presented with information about the source record, layout, and changes that have been made. We can see comments provided by the submitter asking that we put all contact information in the new contact information section, such as phone numbers. The contact object was impacted. There is a link to the source record for easy comparison, the source record type ID, page layout name, page layout ID, and the different record types that will be impacted if we approve this layout. We then have a list of changes: fields added, moved, and removed, sections added, moved, and removed, and related lists which have been added, moved, removed, or changed. We'll click on the source record link so we have it up for comparison. This takes us to Edward Stamos. Let's go back to the Embeditor record and click on Preview Changes. We are now presented with the same view that the submitter had. We can see the fields that have been added, moved, removed, and the related list changes that have been made. Now we can see that the cases related list has had some changes made to it based on the color. But note that we do not track all the individual changes which have been made to a related list. If we go back to Edward Stamos and click View All, we can see that the cases are sorted based on case number with the largest at the top, and there are 6 fields currently being displayed. If we go back to our Embeditor record, scroll up and click on Preview, we can scroll down and we can see that cases are now being sorted in the opposite way. The lowest number case is at the top. We also notice a new field has been added, Case Origin. Let's scroll back up and click Edit. We can see that there are 2 fields which were hidden from the submitter, Title and Other Phone. Now the ask from the submitter was to put the contact information in one section. So I can hold Other Phone and drop it on top of Business Fax. Or I can drop it on top of Email. I notice now that additional information is not so symmetrical. So I take Department and I drag that under Lead Source. We'll do one last preview. All right, everything looks pretty good. So to make sure that my changes will get applied upon approval, I'll click Save. And I'll be given a notification that my changes have successfully been saved. Now I click on the drop-down arrow for Approval History and click on Approve. I can add any comments and finally Approve. Let's go back to our Details tab. Now at this point, Embeditor is going through the process of actually applying all these metadata changes to the proposed page layout. This process takes a little bit of time, and it is run asynchronously. You'll know that the process is complete when the status is updated to deployed, and the layout active checkbox is set to true. So let's give a refresh and see if this process has completed yet. All right, status updated, layout active, true. Now let's check to see if these changes have been applied. One thing to note is that the Salesforce Lightning experience can often suffer, from lack of a better term, from cache issues. So the layout change can take a little bit of time to reflect for your users. Let's close out of our tab, click on Contacts, and Edward Stamos. Okay, so our cases related list is now sorted in the new order with the lowest number on top, and we see the case origin field. If I click on the Details tab, I can see my new contact information section with all the information. The department field has been moved, and everything looks great. So you can see with just a few clicks, I was able to access a proposed layout, make changes to it, save those changes, and ultimately apply it to the org. If you have any questions about what you've seen today, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we hope you enjoy using Embeditor.